Minority Leader.
Aside the Senate President and Speaker of the House of Representatives who preside over plenary and their deputies who preside in their absence, and also are the chairman of the Committee of the Whole, which considers bills for third reading and report of committees, there are 4 other positions each for the majority and the minority party or parties. The majority party in most cases puts forward candidates unopposed for these positions, while the minority parties have to collectively select their own leadership. In recent times, considering the increase in the number of parties which make up the opposition in the National Assembly, it has become imperative to hold discussions across board, unlike in the past when the minority seats in the National Assembly were occupied mostly by a single party, thereby simplifying the selection process. The functions of the principal officers are clearly spelled out. The President of the Senate and Speaker of the House of Representatives preside over the plenary sessions of the Senate and House, appoint committee chairs and members, refer bills to committees, sign legislation, writs and warrants, and more. The Deputy Senate President and Deputy Speaker preside over plenary in the absence of the Senate President and Speaker. They preside over the Committee of the Whole and assume all the duties as assigned by the President of the Senate and Speaker of the House. The majority leader of either chamber leads the debates for the majority party on the floor, develops the calendar for the House, assists the Senate President or Speaker with program development, policy formation, and policy decisions. Senator Kweyemi Bamidele occupies this position in the Senate, while Honorable Julius Ihobere does in the House. The Deputy Majority Leader assists the leader in these responsibilities. This position is occupied by immediate past Governor of Ebonyi State, Senator Dave Umahi, and Honorable Halims Abdullahi in the House, a 3-term member.
Order, please.
The Chief Whip ensures that lawmakers conduct themselves appropriately, especially during plenary, ensures members' attendance, and is assisted by the Deputy Chief Whip, who acts in his absence. In the Senate, this position is occupied by Senator Alin Dume, former chairman of the Committee on Army and former candidate for office of the Senate President in the 9th Senate. He is deputized by Senator Lola Ashiru from Kwara State. In the House, the Chief Whip is Honorable Bello Kumo, who's been in the House since 2011. He is deputized by Honorable Adeomio Nanuga, who is serving a 2nd term. The minority leader is the principal leader of the minority party or parties and is responsible for developing the minority position. Negotiating with the majority party, he serves as spokesperson of the minority parties, protects their interests, and objectively opposes legislations or presidential requests when necessary. The deputy minority leader largely assists the minority leader and acts in his absence. In the Senate, Senator Simon Davu from the PDP is the minority leader, while Senator Oyewumi Olalere, also of the PDP, is the deputy minority leader. In the House, Kingsley Chinda of the PDP is the minority leader. He is serving a 4th term. His nomination by the PDP in 2019 for minority leader was ignored by the Speaker of the 9th House on the grounds that the PDP did not consult with other minority parties. The deputy minority leader is Aliyu Madaki of the NNPP. He is a member of the 7th and 8th Assembly. The minority whip functions in the same capacity as the majority whip. Only in this case, he is restricted to the minority parties and maintains orderly conduct among them. He is assisted by the deputy minority whip. Senator Darlington Wokocha from the PDP, a member of the 9th House of Representatives, is the Senate minority whip, assisted by a former member of the House as well, Senator Rufai Hanga from the NNPP. In the lower chamber, Ali Issa of the People's Democratic Party, a 3rd-time member, is the minority whip, while George Ebizimawo of the Labour Party, a 1st-timer, is the deputy minority whip. The leadership positions of the National Assembly have been ceded, taking into consideration the concerns of zoning, especially within the ruling party, leading to the emergence of presiding officers. Senator Godswill Akpabio from the South-South is the Senate President. Senator Jibrin Barrow from the Northwest is the Deputy Senate President. Honorable Abbas Tajuddin from the Northwest is the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and Honorable Benjamin Kalu from the Southeast is the Deputy Speaker. The expectations of Nigerians is that the National Assembly would focus more on the people they represent rather than their political leanings. Terry Ikumi, Channels Television News.